One curl of cinnamon steam from a mug can make a cold afternoon feel like it belongs indoors. Welcome to HappyMind Nutrition, where we rediscover the simple, time-tested way our families used to eat. Today we are exploring warming spices and broths traditionally enjoyed on chilly days. Fresh ginger, cinnamon bark, cardamom, cloves, black pepper, and a bone and vegetable broth. This is general educational and traditional food information, not medical advice. We are talking about flavor, comfort, and food heritage, not cures or guarantees. Enjoy these traditions as part of a balanced diet and talk with a qualified professional if you have health concerns, pregnancy, medications, or sensitivities. Fresh ginger has long been enjoyed in cold weather kitchens because it brings a bright, warming bite to tea, broths, porridges, and simmered fruit. People have reached for it in many traditions not as a miracle, but as a familiar flavor that feels lively on a gray day. To enjoy it simply, slice a small piece into hot water, add it to a pot of tea, or simmer it with apple and cinnamon. Keep it culinary and gentle. The caveat is that ginger is strong, and strong foods do not suit everyone. Some people may need to avoid or limit it because of personal health situations, pregnancy, medications, or sensitivities, so professional guidance matters when there is any concern. It also fits beautifully into savory food. A little fresh ginger in carrot soup, rice porridge, or broth can bring the same winter warmth without making another drink. Cinnamon bark may be the most nostalgic winter spice. It smells like porridge, baked apples, rice pudding, mulled drinks, and kitchens where someone remembered to stir. Families have long used cinnamon in warm milk, tea, oatmeal, stewed fruit, and simple desserts because it adds sweetness without needing much else. To bring the tradition into your day, place a cinnamon stick in a pot of simmering apples or steep it in hot water with a slice of orange. The caveat is to treat cinnamon like a spice, not a supplement. Different types of cinnamon and heavy use can matter for some people, so keep it food-like and ask a qualified professional if you have personal concerns. Cinnamon also pairs well with foods that already feel homey: oats, apples, pears, rice, milk, and toasted nuts. That is why it appears in so many cold weather kitchens. Cardamom is soft, fragrant, and almost floral, with a warmth that feels different from cinnamon or ginger. It has long been enjoyed in chai traditions, coffee, sweetbreads, rice puddings, and spiced milk. A few crushed pods can make an ordinary pot feel like a family recipe passed from another kitchen. To use it today, lightly crush the pods and steep them with tea, milk, or a warm grain breakfast, then strain before serving. The caveat is that cardamom can be expensive and powerful, so a little flavor goes a long way. If you do not like the perfume-like aroma, do not force it. Tradition works best when it still tastes good to the people at your table. Cardamom is especially lovely when it is treated as an aroma rather than the main event. Let it whisper in the background of warm milk or tea, and the cup feels softer. Cloves are tiny, dark, and intense, and that is why old kitchens used them carefully. They appear in mulled drinks, baked fruit, spice cakes, broths, pickles, and holiday foods. Traditionally, cloves brought depth and warmth, especially when paired with orange, apple, cinnamon, or black tea. To try them gently, add a single clove or two to a pot of simmered fruit or a warm spice drink, then remove before serving. The caveat is that cloves can quickly overpower a recipe, and concentrated clove products are not the same as using the spice in food. Keep the tradition culinary, mild, and respectful, and get professional guidance if you have concerns. If you are new to cloves, start with less than you think you need, because the aroma keeps unfolding as the cup or pot sits. Black pepper may sit on every table now, but it has a long history as a prized spice. In cold weather cooking, it gives warmth to broths, stews, lentils, eggs, potatoes, and even some spiced drinks. Families have long used pepper because it wakes up plain food without needing complicated ingredients. To enjoy it traditionally, grind a little over a hot bowl of soup or add it near the end of a vegetable broth so the aroma stays fresh. The caveat is that pepper is ordinary but still sharp. People with reflux, mouth sensitivity, or certain personal concerns may prefer less. The old pantry lesson is not more spice. It is the right spice in the right place. Pepper also belongs in simple savory drinks, where a tiny amount can make broth feel fuller on a cold afternoon. A warming broth is not a spice, but it belongs in this winter cup because it carries spices and herbs beautifully. Families have long-simmered bones, vegetables, bay leaf, peppercorns, parsley, onions, carrots, and celery into a savory drink or soup base. On cold days, a mug of broth can feel like a blanket for the hands. To make it warming without overcomplicating it, add ginger, black pepper, thyme, or a small piece of cinnamon depending on the flavor you like. The caveat is that broth can become salty or heavy if it is reduced too much or made from very seasoned leftovers. Taste, dilute if needed, and store safely. This kind of broth can also become a small evening ritual. Strain it into a mug, wrap both hands around it, and let the kitchen slow down before bedtime. Add vegetables to the broth if you want a more meal-like cup, such as carrot, celery, onion, or greens. That curl of cinnamon steam reminds us that winter comfort can be very small. A slice of ginger, a cinnamon stick, a crushed cardamom pod, a clove in simmering fruit, black pepper on soup, or a warm broth held in both hands. These traditions are about flavor, memory, and the quiet feeling of being warmed from the kitchen outward. This is general educational and traditional food information, not medical advice, and anyone with personal health concerns, pregnancy, medications, or sensitivities should speak with a qualified professional. Subscribe to HappyMind Nutrition for more gentle old kitchen traditions. Good food was never meant to be complicated, so keep it simple, keep it warm, and enjoy it the way families always have.